Hello, everyone. I want to give you an overview of our first week worth of assignments in here to kind of keep us on pace to prepare for the CompTIA exams in the areas of A plus Core 1 and Core 2, the exams 220-1101 and the 220-1102. Now, what you'll see here is that at the top there's a knowledge goal and a learning plan progress. And where we're going to start with is this Lesson 1, installing motherboards and connectors, completing these 10 tasks, going through them. And I think it's also a good goal to go through probably the first 4. If we could get through Lesson 1, Lesson 2, Lesson 3, and Lesson 4. I think that is a really good goal for the first week worth of assignments related to hardware and comparing local hardware, troubleshooting PC hardware, installing system devices, and installing motherboards and connectors. Now, for example, if we look at this very first lesson, there is cable types and connectors. 2 parts of that lesson. There's some cards and some knowledge points. There's a virtual workbench. And if we're looking at the time here, it's roughly about, 2 to 3, looks like 2 to 3 hours. But it actually may take you less depending on your comfortability with this content. But no activity takes more than 30 minutes, according to what the resources here say, other than the practice questions and the knowledge point practice questions at the end. So do expect to spend at least 1.5 to 2 hours on each lesson. We will be able to dedicate some time within class to be able to, dedicate more time to this. But the sooner that you could get into lesson 1 and get into lesson 2 on your own, and we could probably be able to cover 2 of the other lessons on our own during class time. But please, if you are able to continue to kind of move forward and get into these, and we can discuss them in class, I think that is really where you want to be in terms of the preparation. I think that is probably the high level goal, is getting through 4 of these lessons within between classes. So that might be, an hour and a half, 2 hours in our own class, but then that's definitely another 2.5 to 4 hours on your own each week preparing. All right, just to keep you on schedule. Now, I think that would be a great start, is us getting through the first 4 lessons in the area of hardware. And what you'll find is lesson 1 is installing motherboards, 2 is system devices, 3 is troubleshooting PC hardware, 4 is comparing local network hardware. And after those first 4, it's configuring network addressing and internet connections. So I think that's a great separation, is for us to do the first 4 and get involved with those first 4 on a really deep level and get some really deep progress in an area that, some people might have some experience with in terms of device setup and configuring devices and seeing display issues. It's a topic that I feel many might have some experience with. Those might make it be able to move a little bit faster, but we will be able to go through and check progress and see how people are doing. But I highly recommend trying to get through the first 4 in one large batch so that we can kind of all review it together. Expecting around, so we're looking at about 3 to 4 hours at minimum of invested time within this portal alone to be able to kind of keep up with that pace. So let's try to do that in our very first week here in the class. And when I see you in person or I see you online, we can kind of discuss our progress according to these first 4 lessons. So I appreciate it. Make sure you're able to get your access and get it get it working so that you can access these things. In my prior video, I was able to go over the lessons, PBQs, labs, practice available, the assessments, flashcards, game center, and resources. They're all parts of these lessons and also the setup of these lessons. So if you want to review that again, you can watch that video, but I'm hoping you're able to get a start. And as we kind of progress, I'll do some additional videos to help you kind of dig into these resources a little bit, to study into each one a little bit more. All right. Thank you.